You may already heard about this Deignan Award through different types of the medias. And here I would like to provide you a very brief introduction of this award. Actually, it's not a new award. It has been implemented in Hong Kong ago in the past. And but this is the first time that it has been launched in Macau. And the Deignan Award, the objective is to encourage ethical business practice and encourage enterprises in their drive to create sustainable development models guided by the principles of justice, solidarity, and responsibility. Simply speaking, this award is trying to encourage those social responsible enterprises to demonstrate what they have done and what kind of contribution they have made, and also to recognize their contributions and the good work have done in the past. And also this award aims to provide a significant engagement to the key decision makers by recognizing the top business leaders who have good CSR behavior in business practice and positively contribute to the common goods of the society. This has been stated in the brochure and the website of this award. You are welcome to visit the website, know more details about that. And actually, this award recognized Mr. Alfred Deignan's mission and the commitment to the education and the promotion of the value and the ethical business practice, and strives to encourage and reward today's business leaders for their efforts to operate according to the principles of sustainability and orientation towards the common goods. And here, these slides present you the key and the supporting organizations of the Deignan Award. And this award organized by Macau Rich Institute, as you know, and also the Woodford Foundations, and supported by four different non-for-profit organizations in Macau and Hong Kong. The target participants of these awards are mainly not mainly as only SMEs. As I mentioned just now during the first section, in the current market, in the capital market nowadays, most of the large-sized enterprises, they have developed a very good CSR mechanism, and they also have enough resources to disclose what kind of CSR activities they have performed. But for SMEs, they may encounter some challenges when they want to do more CSR. So that's why actually we identify quite a lot of SMEs in Hong Kong and Macau. They already performed the CSR work for many years. Therefore, we hope that through this award can help to reinforce the public's awareness, especially those SME sectors. Okay, and objective is to carefully select the successful and qualified SMEs and NMCs from the Hong Kong and Macau regions. Try to show a credible track record of specific achievements of that enterprises. So here, I would like to touch on a little bit related to the definition. I'm not sure whether most of you are clear about the definition of SMEs. In Hong Kong and Macau, for those enterprises employing fewer than 100 persons will be considered as the SMEs, and they will also be the target group of this Deignan Award. And the potential applicants, they must be registered business with economic activities in Hong Kong and Macau at least for at least 1 year. And the award has been opened to all the qualified applicants, not only those business entities, but also public fund or non-government statutory institutions. However, the government departments or agencies are not eligible for participating in this award. Okay. And one more point which I need to raise your attention is this award will be considered on the basis of a company rather than a project or individuals. You have to apply, submit the application in a company role or a particular division of a company. After the deadline of the application, that is the end of coming August, the end of coming August, after the deadline, a panel of judges, they will shortlist 3 finalists, each from Hong Kong and Macau, and also assess, make decision on the amber winners. So this winner announcement will take place in the award ceremony in the next year, the March next year. Here, I would like to introduce more related to the criteria and the requirements. For those potential or interested companies or organizations, you may be curious to know what kind of requirements need to fulfill before you apply this award. And here are some principles for your self-evaluation in advance. And according to the book Vacation of the Business Leaders, companies should follow 2 fundamental ethical principles and 6 practical principles for the business. The fundamental principles refers to respecting human dignity and creating the common goods. That quite broad. And to cope with these ethical principles, from the practical side, you also need to consider from the 3 different dimensions, which contain 6 principles. The first dimension is good products and services. Second is good work, and also good wills. For the first dimension, it's mainly related to develop quality goods and services that met the needs of the community. And for the second one, it's related to show the solidarity with the poor and the disadvantaged by taking care of their needs. Okay, basically, it's talking about when you develop your product and service, you need to take consideration of this kind of needs of your end users or society as a whole. And for the good work dimension, it refers to organizing good and productive work, like making meaningful contributions to the community by fostering a healthy working environment for your staff and also for other related parties. And also can offer employees opportunity for further development. This also can be part of the good work dimension. And for the last dimension, good wealth, refers to creating sustainable wealth and distributing it justly. And you may focus, try to think about from this perspective, like maintain good management of the resources, including capital, human, and environmental resources, and also create sustainable wealth and distribute it justly to all types of the stakeholders. So here, stakeholders not only refers to the investors, shareholders, also include employees, government, creditors, community, as well as your business partners, also sometimes related to your competitor as well. Okay, so you need to think about a broad coverage of the stakeholders when you evaluate yourself. Okay, and here this slide present you criteria for the evaluation of the CSR performance. So the panel of judges may follow based on these 6 core values to evaluate the CSR performance of the applicants. And the first core value is related to respecting human dignity, which includes some subdimensions like work with dignity, decent compensation, upstream check, work safety, and employee bonding. And for the second core value, like respecting fairness, this include a fair competition, fair opportunity for all. And for the third core value, respecting the environment, then you may demonstrate some evidence related to the environmental responsibilities and sustainable environmental actions. And the fourth one, respecting business ethics, it's related to the socially responsible investments and legal compliance and transparent communications and corporate governance, as we emphasized in the first part. And for the fifth core value, is more related to the philosophy issues like the charities, donations, or other philosophy issues. And the last one, the enhancing value, is related to the entrepreneurial spirit. So for these core values, how can you demonstrate? How can you present these core values to our judges? It's mainly refers to the evidence or the materials you provided and submitted when during the application process. And we encourage you to submit some information related to your missions and vision statements, because the panel of judges, they may want to know more about what you have done to cope with your mission and visions, rather than what you will do in the future. So you better submit the documents and evidence can prove what you have done to achieve your business objectives, the vision and missions. You also need to pay attention on the quality of the information and the documents you have provided. So we may want to know more about some details or examples rather than a general very rough information related to your CSR performance. Here, I would like to show you the procedures. Actually, this information also can be found from the website of the award. And the whole assessment process may go through 2 rounds. And for the first round, stage 1, the candidates, they may submit the online applications with self-reported CSR practice according to the application form. And we will introduce the application form in the next slide. Before the deadline, okay, you need to submit the application before the deadline. And the pre-screening team will select the 3 finalists, each from Macau side and Hong Kong side, as we mentioned early in this section. And these 3 selected finalists will be requested to submit further evidence or information. And the judge panel also requests for the site visit for further evaluation. And then for the second round, it's mainly for the assessment to make decision on the winners. So the panel of judges, they may have a closed meeting for further discussion and assessment of the evidence provided by the finalists. And then they may request for additional site visit if necessary. And the final announcement will be made on the award ceremony on March 25th next year. Okay. And here is the structure of the application form. For the first sections, mainly focus on the company background. You may provide some background information to the award panel. And the second section is the main section of interest by the panel of judges. You are encouraged to prepare some information and materials related to employee, consumer, environment, and the community. But one thing, please pay attention is when you prepare these informations and the documents, please do think about those 6 core values, because afterwards the panel of judges may base on these 6 core values to evaluate the documents information you have provided. Okay, and also this is the information part, and for the supplementary documents and evidence part can be submitted in the form of newspaper clips, publications, website, poster, leaflets, a wall banner, or some other in any different forms of the evidence you can consider to submit throughout the application process. And the last section is related to some kind of different types of the declarations. So actually the application form is not so difficult to fill in, but the main part is before you submit the application, make sure you have provided sound and important information to demonstrate your CSR performance based on these 6 core values. More detailed in the introduction of these 6 core values can be found from our brochure, award brochure, and as well as the website. Okay, that's all for the section. If you have any questions, you are welcome to raise here, and also you can also contact our 2 office for detailed information. Thank you very much.